different parts from different kingdom. So what they did, they taken out all the eukaryotic unicellular organism and made a separate kingdom, Protista. So previously there were in Plantae kingdom, there were unicellular organism as well as multicellular. So what they did, they taken out the all unicellular plant from the Protista, like algae. Then again from fungi, previously in the fungi kingdom, fungi were both kind, unicellular and multicellular. What they did, they taken out unicellular fungi from this fungi kingdom and kept into Protista. Again from Animalia, they taken unicellular animals like protozoa from Animalia, and they kept into Protista. That's how they have taken unicellular eukaryotic organism from all these three, and they made a separate kingdom, and that is the name of the kingdom, Protista. So that's why Protista is called mixed kingdom. That could be a question for your school examination. That's why I'm discussing why it is called the mixed kingdom. So it's a short answer. They can ask you as a short question, right? Okay. So first, before starting that, we have to study some general characteristic. What are the general characteristic of Protista? Then we will study the classification of the Protista, how the Protistans have been classified, or how the Protistans have been divided. Right. So,
Sir,
yes.
Could you give a sentence explaining why it's called the mixed kingdom?
Please
write down in the notes.
Yeah, please write it down. I'll dictate it for you. That will be convenient for you. Please note it down. Kingdom Protista is called mixed kingdom. Kingdom Protista is called mixed kingdom because all the unicellular organism from Plantae, fungi and Animalia, Plantae, fungi and Animalia, taken out from this kingdom and kept under a single umbrella, that is Protista. Full stop. Next paragraph. Like unicellular algae, taken out from plant, unicellular algae taken out from plant, full stop. Unicellular fungi taken out from fungi, full stop. Unicellular animal like amoeba, taken out from Animalia, full stop. All these kept in Protista. That's why it is known as mixed kingdom. Right. Now let's go through with the so why it is called mixed kingdom. We have discussed that point. Now we have to study some general characteristic of Protista. The most general characteristic that I have already explained. Right? So we have already studied that what is the general characteristic, what is the main characteristic So basically, the main characteristic is that unicellular eukaryotic form. But other than unicellular eukaryotic form, there are some other characteristics which are common in this kingdom. So let's discuss general characteristic. General characteristic. So in general characteristic, the first and foremost, the body is the body is surrounded by cell membrane or pellicle. So pellicle, what is pellicle? We'll discuss again. Pellicle is a membrane which is made up of protein, right? We'll discuss again, right, in this case. So till the time you can understand, pellicle is a membrane which is made up of protein, and basically it is found around the animal cells. But cell membrane is found in all the cells. Then the second thing, some form, photosynthetic form, photosynthetic form, those which I have taken out from the plant, photosynthetic forms have chloroplast. Right. So photosynthetic form have chloroplast. Then the third characteristic, some of them have cilia and flagella. Cilia and flagella. Locomotion takes place takes place through cilia, flagella, or pseudopodia. Do you know what is a pseudopodia? Pseudopodia means false foot. It is found in amoeba. We'll discuss again. False foot. They are not permanent foot, or they are not permanent locomotory organs, right? Then nutrition. Nutrition may be photosynthetic, all kind of nutrition. Photosynthetic, comma, and saprophytic. Do you know saprophytic nutrition? Saprophytic nutrition. Chidika, do you know? Martin?
The nutrition which like they take in the organisms and break it down inside the body.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay. So saprophytic nutrition, maybe parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition, or photosynthetic, saprophytic, parasitic, or holozoic. There is a one more kind of the nutrition which is exclusively found in the paramecium. Sorry, not paramecium, euglena. And when I will teach you euglena, I will tell you that is called mixotropic nutrition. But that is exclusive kind of the nutrition that is found in the paramecium only. I'll teach you while teaching the amoeba, paramecium, and all that. Right. and asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, both kind of the reproduction found. So asexual reproduction takes place through binary fission, binary fission, multiple fission, multiple fission, comma, spore formation, budding, spore formation or budding or budding, sexual reproduction, also found. Right. So there may be further kind of the type of the protistance, right? So please note down this, then I'll let you know.
Sir,
Okay.
what is
Yes.
locomotion?
Locomotion means movement. When any organism that go from one point to another point, travel from another one
Yes.
point to another point, that is called locomotion.
Okay.
Means displacement. Right?
And done, sir.
Done. Okay. Fine. Martin, done.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Now, now the type of these protistans, right? How many type of protistans are formed? So basically, there are three kind of the protistans are formed. So let me tell you first what kind of protestant. Okay, let me write it down here only. Type of protestant. So basically, there may be type of protestant. So protestants had been classified on the basis of their nutrition, right? We have classified protestant into broadly divided into three main groups, right? So broadly divided into three main groups. So basically, we have divided protestants on the basis of their nutrition, right? How they take nutrition. So first, there is a category. So they are the photosynthetic protestants. Photosynthetic protestant. So basically, photosynthetic protestants are those which make their food by the process of photosynthesis. Basically, they are those protestants which we have taken out from the kingdom Plantae, right? So they are the unicellular plant. So basically, they are the algae. So they are also called protistants algae, but normally we call them algae. Now there is a second category, consumer decomposer. Either they eat something or they decompose something, right? So basically, somewhat like fungi. Consumer decomposer.
Sir, didn't we already do this?
Did we did it?
Yes, I think that this was the first introduction
Even
you gave
I
us.
do I do think, but I haven't seen.
Yes,
like,
you did. So you gave it. This was the first introduction you gave for
okay.
Protista.
Protista. Fine. Okay. Actually, even I think that I have given it. You know, right now
Yes,
I am
sir.
unable
I have my notes. I have it in my notes.
Okay, fine. Right. So there are three kind of the protistan. Let me write it down. Decomposer, and the third one was, see, that was the protozoan, right? Protozoan,
Yes, sir.
protistan. So let's start with the photosynthetic protistan, right? So the first classification is the photosynthetic protistan. So basically, the photosynthetic protistan we have taken from the where we have taken from the plantae kingdom. That's what we discussed. So further, these are divided into three main categories. What are the three main categories? So photosynthetic protistans are those which have capability to make their own food, right? So basically, they have the chlorophyll. Fine. So they are the what we call them. That is very important. They they constitute main portion of main they constitute main portion of the phytoplankton. What is the phytoplankton? Can you tell me? Basically, they are the phytoplankton are very small kind of the photosynthetic cells or algae. They are the major food for the small fishes or crustaceans. So small insects, they are called crustaceans, and there are small fishes. So these fishes are basically dependent on these phytoplankton for their food. So these are the major source of the. So phytoplankton are very actually small green cells or plant cells which are eaten by the plant, and zooplankton. Zooplankton is basically the small unicellular animals which are eaten by the fishes and crustaceans. So they are the major food for the fishes and crustaceans in the oceans. Fine. So they are called phytoplankton. They are the they are the green photosynthetic organism. So basically, they are the green photosynthetic organism, and these organisms uh, further divided into three categories: dinoflagellate, chrysophytes, euglenoids. Don't get panic with these names. If you will revise again and again, you'll come to know. So we have they all are present in your NCRT as well. Fine. So we divide them: dinoflagellate, chrysophytes, and euglenoid. Right. Dinoflagellate. So this is the diagram of dinoflagellate. Dinoflagellate, basically, this diagram is an example of an algae, and the name of this algae is that is the Goniolax. This is called example Goniolax. How you will pronounce it? Goniolax, right? So these are the Goniolax. Goniolax, this is the cellular structure of Goniolax. Means it's a type of dinoflagellate. This is the structure. It has been divided into two parts. This is the upper part. So upper part, this is apex part. This part is apex part. There are some starch inclusion, means starch granule, right? So they are basically food particles. So stored food, right? And there are oil inclusion, means this is also a kind of food particle. I'll say for this girdle like structure. You can see there is a ring and girdle like structure. This ring and girdle like structure, this girdle ring, right? So there is a girdle ring or groove like structure, right? There is a girdle ring or groove like structure. This horizontal structure is called cingulum, right? And then there is a nucleus. Obviously, nucleus should be there. And this vertical structure, right? This vertical girdle. This vertical girdle is known as sulcus, right? So look, cingulum. What is the cingulum? Cingulum is this kind of the girdle, this horizontal girdle, right? Ring-like structure. And what is this sulcus? Sulcus is this vertical, right? This vertical structure, vertical girdle. This is called sulcus. Fine. There are basically two flagella. In general, they have two flagella. This flagella, this is uh, uh, this flagella is it's a vertical flagella, right? And there is a one more flagella which come out of the cingulum, right? So basically, they have two flagella. One more flagella. This is let's say transverse flagella or horizontal flagella. So basically, they have two flagella. Basically, they have two flagella, a vertical flagella and a horizontal flagella. And what is the most important thing? Their outer structure means outer shell. There are many example of the this one. So look, this is called this is called goniolex. You have to remember two examples, goniolex, and this is called gymnodium, right? So there you can see here, their outer cover is made up of shield-like structure, right? This outer shield-like structure or outer cover-like structure, it is a protective. It work like it is like an armor. They have wear some armor, right? It look like that, right? So this is called this outer shield or outer covering or shield. This outer covering or shield is known as theca or lorica. Outer covering of shield is called, remember the name, theca or lorica. Theca or lorica is made up of, it is made up of cellulose plate. Cellulose, right? It is made up of cellulose plate. Clear? So this is the diagram of this one, right? So they are called dinoflagellate, right? And now let me tell you some characteristic of dinoflagellate. So basically, the dinoflagellate general character.
Sir,
So
could you show the first point?
first one, yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the first one is they are mostly marine. Most of them mostly marine, but some are found. There are some exceptions. Some are found in freshwater. So they are mostly marine. Okay. Now come to the second. Gymnodium and goniolex. I have shown you the example. Look, you can see. I have told you that you have to remember these two names, gymnodium and goniolex. So there are two basic examples. So gymnodium, why it is important is very important. Gymnodium.
So it's photosynthetic protest.
Yeah, they are the photos. They all are the photosynthetic protistans. Look, this is heading. This is the heading of photosynthetic protestant. So further, we have divided photosynthetic protestant into three category. So now here we are studying the general characteristic of dinoflagellate. So all the photosynthetic protestant, they are called phytoplankton. And what is the common with them? They have the green photosynthetic organism, right? Now they have been further divided into three category: dinoflagellate, chrysophytes, and euglenoid. Here we are studying about the dinoflagellate. Clear? So
Yes, sir.
okay. Gymnodium is example of dinoflagellate, and there is another example, goniolex. Goniolex, gymnodium and goniolex, they make the water look like red. Make water. They give, if they are found present abundantly, it will appear like the water have the red color, right? They make the, that's why Red Sea is red, because of them, right? Why red side is red? Why we call that Red Sea? Because they make the water red, right? They make the water look red.
Where, but it says same are found, right?
Sorry, same as?
It's written same are found, right?
Yeah, same are found. Yeah, same are found. If the water is red, marine water is red. So there will be gymnodium and goniolex, definitely. And that's why they make, and it appears water red appears because of them. They make the water. Gymnodium and goniolex, there are two different, right? Gymnodium is different and goniolex is different. So they are the two different kind of the uh, chrysophytes. Look water red and cause the so-called and cause the so-called red tide phenomena. Red tide phenomena. Okay. And one more very important thing. Some of them show bioluminescence. What is bioluminescence? Tell me.
They shine, they glow.
Yeah, they glow. They produces light. Some of them shows bioluminescence. Bio. Bioluminescence phenomenon. Right? Please note down. So bioluminescence, when any biological plant or biological cell or any animal that produces light, bioluminescence phenomena is also found in some animals, right? Like you can see, I'll tell you, when I'll teach you the animal classification, there is a plurobronchia, and that is a part of Netophora kingdom. There is that is a kingdom, and that is called Ctenophora. That's a part of Ctenophora. So in Ctenophora kingdom, we see the biological phenomena, right? This biological phenomena, bioluminescence phenomena, right? And what is the next characteristic? The next characteristic is that the structure I have told you, but let me tell you. Cells are generally covered with lorica or theca, right? That I have told you. Let me write it down in words. Cells are basically covered with cellulase, covered with a coat called lorica and theca. This is basically made up of cellulose. Made up of cellulose. One also very important point. There is one more important point, and they are basically also known as the one more name is there. We call them what we call them. They are also called golden brown They are also called golden brown protista because of their peculiar golden brown color, right? And they have two flagella. They have two flagella, one horizontal and another vertical, right? So there are basically two flagella. And, they contain chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. They contain chlorophyll A and C. So chlorophyll B is not found, chlorophyll A and C is found, right? And even the cell, it is visible that starch and oil is reserve food. Starch and oil is reserve food. So how did they do the locomotion? They do the locomotion with the help of this flagella. They rotate their flagella, and that's how they do the locomotion, right? Note it down and tell me.
Done, sir.
Done? Okay. So as I have told you that asexual reproduction is found in both, right? So asexual reproduction, how does asexual? They just divide the cell divide into two. Asexual reproduction takes place through cell division. Right? So sexual reproduction takes place through cell division. Sexual reproduction is not found in all forms. Sexual reproduction is present in some form. Present in some forms. Martin, note it down.
Sir,
Yeah, please note down.
can you go up, sir? Sir, can you go up?
Can this one scroll up here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay. Then it's a chrysophyte, and is there any economic importance? Economic importance, I have told you, bioluminescence phenomena is found, right? And then is there any more economic?
Silent based writing.
Sorry,
Silent based writing.
shining, yeah, bioluminescence phenomena, and they have the just their covering is made up of this one sculptural covering, which is made up of theca or lorica. They don't they are the phytoplankton, and that is the eaten by the small fishes and crustaceans. So that is the first kind of. Is there any doubt? Is that clear? Completely clear?
Yes, sir.
Great. Then the second one we have, this was the dinoflagellate. Second one is chrysophytes, right?
Sir, could we
Chrysophytes
do
are,
that one tomorrow?
Yeah,
or
sure.
in the next class? It's 4:41.
Sure. No issue. No issue. No issue.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. You can leave. Uh, till the time, Martin, if you have any doubt, you can ask. Right? Because yes, Martin.
Okay, good answer.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, done. Can you scroll down?
More.
What's it after chlorophyll is what?
After chlorophyll A and C. They contain chlorophyll A and C. Means chlorophyll B is not found, which is found in the advanced plant, regular angiosomes.
Starch then?
Starch and oil is reserve food.
Yeah, answer.
Done. Okay. So is there any more doubt? Oh, what is this? If you have doubt, you can ask, because this one or the previous one even, you can go through with that and you can ask.
Yeah, done, sir.
Done. Okay. So all doubt? No doubt?
No,
Okay, Martin. So because if we will go next 13 minutes, if we will study, then she will miss that. Shidika will miss that, right? So next class, we can do 10 minutes more, right? In next class. Next class, we will do here onward, right? Actually, I was expecting today to finish this one, but she had emergency, so no issue. So chrysophyte, then eblenoids, and then we'll start second one. A slime mold. The next class most probably will finish this chapter, right? Okay, Martin.
what are you saying? Like,
In next class
next class?
yeah, next class we'll finish this chapter. In fact,
Oh,
uh,
yeah, sure, sure.
then we will do this one. Consumer decomposer, protozoans, right? And then we'll enter into next kingdom, that is the fungi. Fine. So we'll start in next class from here onward, right? Wednesday. Bye bye.
Okay, crossover.
Yeah, actually, Shidika have left, and if we will study, then she will miss it. That's very important.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. Actually, she had some emergency. She told me it's that emergency, and she had left. And this is actually important to understand, because it's a bit, if you will suppose that if you would have missed this one, kind of like late classified euglenites, and if you'll go through with the video, or if you will do it yourself, you won't be able to understand. You will read it, just you won't be able to understand. Till animal classification, there is a that kind of the complexity. If you'll miss, so I request you, never miss the class till at least from the till animal kingdom, because after animal kingdom, if you'll miss something and you will go through with the video link or video, you will go through with the notes, you will come to know at least, right?